There's an OCD domain called harm. And when people initially call me to schedule an appointment, I can tell there's some hesitancy over the phone. They're afraid to tell me exactly what that obsession is. But if you're seeing a provider who treats OCD, they've treated all domains of OCD, and you do exposure response prevention for all of it. Some of those who say they have pure OCD are sometimes referring to harm. And most of the time, they actually are doing all kinds of compulsions, whether it's avoidance of certain objects, avoidance of certain people, or going back. Let's say it's driving, they'll go back and check where they've driven. And so there's all kinds of compulsions that people do that can be somewhat obscure. So definitely you want to see a provider who specializes in treating OCD utilizing exposure response prevention treatment. The domain of OCD that involves harm can really be somebody could fear that they may on purpose or accidentally do something that totally goes against their values or even what they desire. I mean, they wouldn't do anything, but they're just afraid of the what if. And so first step is always thinking what compulsions is the person doing, and then they need to start tracking those and reducing those. So if they fear knives, they might start avoiding knives, or if it's driving, they'll avoid driving, or if they fear they could be responsible for something happening to their home, they might check locks, they might check heating appliances. I've had clients when they go to work, they take whatever portable heating appliances they have, whether it's an Instant Pot, slow cooker, their hair straightener, whatever it is. Sometimes they actually take that in the car with them. So it's finding out what are the compulsions first, and then you start doing exposures. And you want to do exposures actually very quickly. The exposures move very quickly. So even though this seems like a more sensitive domain of OCD, to me it's one of the easier ones to treat because the triggers are readily available. OCD attacks what people find joyful, what they're passionate about. So if you have the OCD domain that involves harm, it becomes very predictable. Typically, the person fears doing something to somebody they love. Or like I've got a client right now who has a brand new job and loves it. It's his own business. And he developed the hit and run OCD. So now he struggles even driving to work. So the OCD will do whatever it can to sabotage whatever people enjoy. Luckily, exposure response prevention treatment moves pretty quickly. And as the client becomes more familiar with OCD, they can see, this is predictable. So even if they have a lapse in their OCD, it's not as threatening. Check out my website for more details.